That's the 8th rebound already. Barkley, nobody cut him off. Barkley went all the way for the slam.
They call that coast to coast.
What's up, guys? It's Nathan, and today I am going to bring you a very fun Charles Barkley build. Obviously, he's right-handed. We're going to go number 34. And for this build, we're going to go put him at the power forward position. He's going to be 6'6". He's going to weigh 261 pounds. Now, I do want to clarify, if you could make small forwards weigh this much at this height, I would recommend putting him at small forward, but alas, we cannot do that. So here he is at power forward, wingspan of 7'2", and let's just get into it. All right, so Charles Barkley, what do you think about? Obviously, he's the round mound of rebound, so rebounding's big, and let's start there, actually. And we're going to start with an 87 defensive rebound, and we're going to put our +5 into this to get gold rebound chaser, as well as a few other badges, I believe. Obviously, you would want this higher, but this is all the builder really allows for at this height. And 79 offensive rebound unlocks the best rebound animations. So that's probably the most important part of this build, but let's get into the other most important part of the build for a Charles Barkley build. That is going to be the finishing. We're going to go ahead and give him 90 standing dunk. And this is going to be super vital because eventually, and I'll just do this right now, eventually, when we put his vertical on, as well as a few other things, he's going to be able to get gold rise up, gold aerial wizard he's going to unlock. And we're actually going to use that as well to make him very good at driving dunk. This is going to unlock pro contacts off 2 combined with the vertical. 87 and 75 unlocks it there. Driving layup, we are going to go up to 85 for that silver layup mix master. And you get a whole host of options for layups. Close shot, we're just going to cap this off at 84. So we get the silver paint prodigy. And then finally for the finishing, we're going to go up to 87 post control. Now, as you saw, post control super cheap up until you get into the 80s. We are going to unlock gold post up poet here, as well as a few other post badges eventually. This is going to allow you to really spin off of your guy very easily. If it's a weaker defender, you can do post powerhouses off of him, along with the strength, which we'll also get into in a minute. And now let's move on to the shooting. I don't think he was this good of a shooter, but this is just to make the build usable. 85 mid-range. We're only going to go 65 three-point shot. Charles Barkley was not a three-point shooter whatsoever. I think he averaged about 26% from 3 throughout his career. So as far as making this a replica is concerned, this is probably about accurate. You can hit threes, you might just have to time it really well here. Free throw, we're going to end up at 77 when all is said and done. Now let's move on to the playmaking. And as you know from my last video, I do like 81 ball handle and 75 speed with ball. I think this can get it done, especially when you're at those like middle guard forward type positions. I think you can get by your guy pretty well on those. Then pass accuracy, we will go up to 78. This unlocks versatile visionary on bronze. You also get De'Aaron Fox's pass style, which I think is one of the best budget ones in the game. And this is very usable, especially when you're lined up at power forward. You might get center once in a while in random rec, but we will talk about that at the end. I don't recommend this for random rec, probably only if you're running with a squad, but we'll talk about that later. Defense, it's solid, but it's not exemplary. 74 interior, and we're going to go 74 perimeter as well. Steal is going to go up to 67. You can get in the lanes and get your hand on the ball every once in a while. For that reason, it's sufficient, but not super great. Block, we're going to go up to 78. Unlocks high flying denier on silver. You also end up with paint patroller on bronze. Pogo stick is right now at silver, but it will go up to gold with the rebounding. And now let's finish off with the physicals. 80 speed, 80 agility. You know, since you're the power forward, you can keep up with pretty much any big at this point. And that's one of the things you are looking for when you make an undersized power forward or center, is to just outspeed them, get to rebounds more quickly, etc. Strength, we are going to go up to 86. And as you can see, post powerhouse does go up to gold. You get strong handle, Hall of Fame, etc. You know, Charles Barkley is a bit of a bruiser. He can get through physical finishers up to silver right now. And that is the build. You do end up with 39 badges. Most of them are silver. You have a few gold. You have the one Hall of Fame here with strong handle. It's fine. Takeovers really quickly. You have a lot of them to choose from. Xanos looks like a lot of fun. Driving dunk, standing dunk, close shot. Takeover ability, interior force. Looks very fun. Another one I saw that would match Charles Barkley's playstyle would probably be physicality or horse. These are rebounding ones. But again, you have a lot of options here. And you will get the shades of Terry Cummings, Scotty Barnes, and Jalen Johnson. And you should end up with an inside the arc shot creator, which I think is pretty accurate for Charles Barkley. And as you can see, there it is. Now let's test this out. Now I do want to say, when we had the layup up to 85, you get a ton of options for layups. Zion is probably the funny one because people compare Zion and Charles Barkley in a lot of ways. You know, Jason Tatum's one that requires an 85. You can get Michael Jordan if you want. There's, you know, LaMelo Ball, Jimmy Butler, DeRozan, whatever. I'm just going to go Jason Tatum for now. And just really quickly, these are the animations I am going to go with today. Now let's get into the dunk styles. If you saw my last video, it's probably going to be very similar. But if not, here you go. Pro contact's off 2. That's what you go 87 driving dunk for, and at least 75 vertical. The other 2-foot one you really want is this clutch baseline reverses. Requires an 80 driving dunk and only a 60 vertical. And that's about it as far as the ones before starter 4. Now we're going on to the 1-foot. We want either one of these. I kind of go back and forth on them. I'm going to go hangs off 1 today. And that is actually all the 1-foot moving dunks you will want for now. Standing dunks, I like going pro under basket rim pulls, elite basket rim pulls, and 1-hand under basket athletic. 2-hand under basket athletic is just way too slow in my opinion. And on my center builds, this gets blocked all the time. So I have started to not use this one. But the other ones are fine. Signature dunks, I really like Giannis's dunk package. Draymond Green's is good for a budget dunk package, and just really solid all around. LeBron's one of the better ones in the game, just go with that. Another one you could go with, Scottie Pippen, I've heard good things about. Devin Booker is another fun one. And of course, you can try them all out, mix and match, but these are the ones I recommend for now. All the lobs, all the contact lobs you can get. That's just a good rule of thumb with these builds. All right, so there's my Charles Barkley build. Now let's go try it out. Okay, so Scottie Barnes is a bit of a better defender, so we may have trouble cooking him in the post, but I will see what I can do. Oh, just gonna hit Booker with that clutch baseline reverse. I recognize that package anywhere. But if you have the stick skills, you can kind of get yourself going here. I mean, like I said, you are pretty fast for a big, quote unquote big. And there's Chuck getting the rebound. Just cross right in front of you. 2-step. All the way. Another rebound for the Chuckster. Coast to coast. And we'll take that. Now, I have started to really like making these all-around type of builds. Though I think this build would be fun to use, but not in random rec. And here's why. Random rec power forwards a lot of times get put at center. They don't really get pulled up to small forward as much because everyone makes guards in this game. So a lot of times when you are playing out of position, it moves you down, like to the next one, like to center, for instance, from power forward. And I just can't justify putting a 6'6" smaller player against these 7-foot centers with 99 rebound. Like, you are not going to have a good time in that situation. You can get rebounds if you know where you're going, what you're doing, and whatnot. I just can't justify it. So yeah, this realistically in 2K terms should probably be played at small forward. I mean, it's decently switchable on defense. It's not a great defender. Chuck was not like an A+ defender, but he was solid. And with the restraints of the builder, this is kind of all I can justify here. You get very basic badges for defense, bronze, some silvers. If you have the stick skills to keep up with someone. Chuck fighting for a rebound. Then you should be able to make it work. And he's just going to go up with that himself. Sure. I got to do something crazy. Some chuckly. I have to do something chuckly here. Alright. Alright, Scooty. That was not it. Oh, rebound. Yeah, put that back up. We're here on defense. We helped a little. All the way. Oh, man. Charles Barkley. Oh, man. That was a dunk contest dunk. Yeah, he's fired up about that. Let's make a 3. Yeah, no problem. Now, again, this is the builder game. It is much easier to shoot in here than like any other mode in the game. But like I said, if you're open, if you know how to time your jumper, you can get them every so often. With the RNG in this game, I mean, no one's going to be expecting you to go 8 for 8 no matter what build you're on. Even if you're on like a Ray Allen type build. Loader. To end it. Well, that was Anticlimactic. Anyway, anyways, that is going to do it for me, guys. Thank you for watching, and if you missed that last video, it was a Michael Jordan replica build, and you can check it right here on the screen, and leave some suggestions for some builds you might want to see. I got a few in mind, but what do you guys want to see? Let me know. And with that, I am out of here. Peace.